Out of my face. Fuck Ashley Babbitt! Fuck McCarthy! Fuck Trump! Fuck Marjorie Taylor Greene! Fuck Lauren Boebert! And Matt Gaetz is a pedophile who's going to prison! Matt Gaetz rapes little girls! Matt Gaetz rapes little girls! Marjorie Taylor Greene left a fucking pipe bomb! She's in there! Fuck Ashley Babbitt! You're gonna get sued for using Officer 666!
Take up Brunson! 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 Take up Brunson!
Take up Brunson!
Take up Brunson!
Take up Brunson! Take up Brunson! Take up Brunson! Take up Brunson! Take up Brunson! Take up Brunson! Take up Brunson! Take up Brunson! Take up Brunson! Take up Brunson!
I just want to mention that, you know, we're here today because there's a case sitting on the docket to the Supreme Court here. Brunson versus Adams. This case calls for the immediate removal of 388 elected officials.
And all their employees. All their employees, too.
Oh, okay, that's all you heard, right? While you're attacking the police?
That's the opposition. That's the opposition. You're not allowed to be here.
All of America hates you. I'm not afraid of anything, especially old women. Definitely not afraid of old women. Look at who the aggressors. Look at who the aggressors are. Look at who's aggressive. We see who's aggressive, right? We know who the aggressors are. We know who's violent. We know who raided and stormed the Capitol and killed people. Actually, got it, fuck around and found out. All these people did. How many of you are just waiting to go to jail? Fuck your white Jesus, bitch. Which ones of you are gonna get picked up? I know David Valentine, Freedom Express Media, is yelling Taylor's position on us. Hey.
That's Jesus into your heart! I don't want to walk on that.
You're the safest right here.
I rebuke you! I rebuke you! Take your Jesus shit and suck a dick, bitch! Suck a dick, bitch! Nobody gives a fuck about your white Jesus! Nobody gives a fuck about your white Jesus!
You know, you're safer right here.
Fuck your white Jesus! I married my cousin! Married my cousin!
Antifa!
Poor guy!
Antifa!
Poor guy! Married his cousin!
Wait! Don't stop it! Be the bigger
Get on camera. Poor guy keeps taking me on camera.
Wayne!
Cry, baby! Get some teeth, dude! Get some fucking teeth! Insurrection is losing! He kicked me, dude! He kicked me! I want to file assault charges!
Oh, you pushed him! I watched you!
I want to file assault charges!
I'm a son.
He kicked me! I want to file assault charges!
I won't touch
He kicked me! I want to file assault charges! It's on camera!
Yeah, I got a question. You guys usually have been separating until the protesters, haven't you? Sometimes? Okay. All right, I'm glad to do whatever you say. All right, thank you. Now, when you say sometimes, are you saying it was that possible?
You said you lost.
72-hour military psychiatric hold. Sign the papers, okay?
Are you racist? No, you
72-hour hold would be good.
Are you racist?
72-hour hold would be good. Yeah. 72-hour hold would be good.
Are you racist?
72-hour hold would be good.
Are you racist? Disrespect.
Cover your face and you made fun of it.
Get him out of the way. Get him out of the way.
Right there. We want to be in front of it. We want to be in front of the citizens.
We were here first.
They-
Go in your own state.
Boo-hoo.
Why don't you have a little respect?
Follow me around.
You know that causing problems. I'm going to report everything that's on there.
Boo-hoo. Insurrectionist crying. You wanted it. Boo-hoo. Insurrectionist crying.
Yay, thank you.
Dude, I want him to do what the fuck he wants, but I'm listening. He does what the fuck he wants.
You see,
Thank you.
she accused me of losing. I lost this country, and I don't want to lose this country. That's why I'm here.
Thank you, man.
Okay,
Thank you, guys. Thank you. That was honorable. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, did you guys get that on camera? Did you get all that on camera? Huh? Did you get all that on camera?
Fuck no. Look at Babbitt. Look at Mickey. Mickey needs to get the fuck over where she belongs.
With the J6 insurrection of terror.
She should be over here with us. Why are we hanging out
Why
with
is
Babbitt?
Ashley Babbitt?
Why is Babbitt over here?
Dude, she has pushed.
Why is she over here? Why is she over here? Why is she over here? No, these cops killed your daughter. These cops killed your daughter.
You wanted us to leave.
These cops killed your daughter. These cops killed your daughter, dude.
And the fact that you're smiling.
These cops killed your daughter. She fucked around and found out, bitch.
Smiling, you
She
dumb
fucked around and found out.
Hiding behind your mask.
It's all you fucked around and found out, bitch. You're a tall ass motherfucker.
Wow, now you're calling
You're like
him a mother.
8 feet tall. Motherfucker is what I said, bitch.
2 years ago, the country changed for the actions and what happened here at the Capitol. My daughter was murdered by the Capitol Police, who were poorly equipped to handle that day. A lot of people don't know that Ashley Babbitt was not the only unarmed American citizen to be murdered at the hands of the police that day. Ashley Babbitt, Roseanne Boylan, Kevin Greason, and Benjamin Phillips, names that the American people have probably not heard too many times because of the mainstream media burying the facts of that day. It's not our position that everybody there that day was well behaved, but we need a real investigation into the behavior of everybody that day, including the Capitol Police, the FBI, the CIA, and Nancy Pelosi herself.
So as far as the House Investigation Committee, I know that they just released that
The findings.
the findings, right? You want more?
That was nothing. That was a show. That wasn't an investigation. You know, how can you have they didn't mention my daughter's name until the very last hearing. They never mentioned Michael Byrd, Roseanne Boylan, Kevin Greason, or Benjamin Phillips. They never mentioned a lot of things, and there was no investigation. There was just people presenting their side of the facts.
You're the fascist. Define fascism. What's fascism? What's a fascist?
I have the right to ask no. Get him out. These don't like fascists. I have the right to be silent.
supervisor here that everybody has a right to free speech. I informed that officer that the very constitutional amendment that guarantees free speech also guarantees peaceful assembly. What their job is to ensure not only free speech, but peaceful assembly. And when we have counter-protesters coming in and targeting harassment, they are not doing their job. They are picking and choosing what they enforce and what they don't. That's why we're here. This kind of corruption needs to end. There is so much lies, there's so much hypocrisy, and so much corruption. We are not a democracy. We are a constitutional republic. If we were a democracy, they get to do what they want. We have a constitutional republic so that we all get a voice in this country. That's what our founding fathers gave us. And this case on the docket to the Supreme Court, this case restores the republic.
That's right.
That's why we named this gathering Restore the Republic.
That's right.
And these cops, these law enforcement, corrupt. They pick and choose. They pick and choose when they uphold something or when they don't.
That's right.
And that supervisor stormed off and said, I'm done.
Read the Constitution. He doesn't know his
We
own.
have a constitutional right to free speech. We have a constitutional right to peacefully assemble. And we have a constitutional right to a redress of grievances. That's why we're here. And it is their job to uphold our rights, to protect our rights, to secure our rights.
That's right.
And when they don't do it, they betray their oath and their duty to we the people.
Right here. This is what this is. That's what
And
we're
most
here.
importantly, you know what this is all about?
The Constitution. If you're gonna be cold, Randy, I'm gonna be cold with you, brother.
That's what this is about.
We're in here together, baby.
The lies and the hypocrisy need to stop. How does that stop? Be bold, speak the truth. Because the truth exposes the lies. They're over there calling us fascists. They obviously don't know the definition. Fascism is using targeted harassment, violence to shut down free speech. We need to get back to the point of upholding our laws, our rights, most importantly, due process. That's what this is all about. When you have due process, you have justice. Justice is blindfolded. That means it's evenly applied to everybody, not pick and choose what you exercise and when. Thank you.
So what's the actual case?
So the Brunson versus Adams case, it's actually quite genius because it doesn't contest a contentious election. What it says is, on January 6th, when Congress reconvened, they took a vote whether to investigate the 100 congressional allegations of fraud and abuse in that election. And when they voted, every single Congress member, when they voted no, betrayed their oath to the Constitution because the Constitution demands that they investigate those claims. So this case calls for the immediate removal of 388 elected officials that betrayed their oath and in doing so betrayed the Constitution. We the people elected them to uphold the Constitution. And when they're derelict in their duty, they have no business being there. It's a long shot. It is a long shot. But to be honest with you, this case, it was brought by, there's 4 Brunson brothers out of Utah.
They launched 3 cases at the same time. 2 of them are still going through the courts. 1 of them is now sitting on the docket, the Supreme Court. This was pro se, meaning not a lawyer. An everyday citizen did this. Just the mere fact that it's on the docket was a long shot. So
I understand it's a long shot, but if he actually won, what do you expect to happen?
I would expect 388 elected officials to immediately be essentially impeached, removed from office. And these are the people that have corrupted our country for decades now. So the number one route, you've heard the term draining the swamp. There's more corruption here in DC. I've been here since August 1st, and I've witnessed it firsthand time and time again. I go in the courthouse and I see a lot of these J6 trials. The very judges in there are putting their thumbs on the scales of justice. And it's insane the corruption that exists here. To me, first of all, January 6th defendants, right? Regardless of what you think about the crimes that occurred that day, every U.S. citizen has a right to due process, to bail, a speedy trial, to participate in the defense. They're being robbed of each and every single one of those. We have 112 currently incarcerated. 79 of them are pre-trial, denied bail. Many of them incarcerated now for 750 plus days. What I'm saying is, every U.S. citizen has constitutionally protected rights that are being taken away. And every American ought to be appalled by that.
You're using a dead Capitol Police officer's face, who's dead because of fucking you. You're here. Officer Brian Sicknick, fallen officer Brian fucking Sicknick is dead because of you. Pieces of shit.
Are you paid? Hey, chicken shit, calling out Pedo Joe. I dare you to call out Pedo Joe.
We are a constitutional republic. We are not a democracy. We are not a socialist or a communist or a globalist country. We have Grace here. Grace was present at Tiananmen Square, and she has something she would like to say to all of us.
Thank you. I'm so honored to meet all of you patriots.
Scream it out, baby.
Okay.
Scream it out.
And I'm also very proud and humbled to have this opportunity to share my story with you. So in 1989, I was... Okay. All right. Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah. I was in the last year of my college. So when the student movement started, I joined them. And you all know the end result. So that student movement, people went to Tiananmen Square. They simply wanted to voice their opinions. They did not want the government, the corrupted government. They did not want any corrupted officials to manage or lead the country. That's all they wanted to say. And that's all they wanted the leaders to know, what they wanted the country to be for the people. Yet, at the end, some people were shot, some people lost their life. And that entire movement was defined as a riots, student riots. And then in the West country, reporters called that as Tiananmen massacre. So that's that part. Years ago, I moved to the States. 2 years ago today, I was here. So I'm a witness for the Tiananmen massacre, and I'm a witness of the January 6th people's voice. But yet, when we were here peacefully, want the leaders and the legislators to hear what we want to say, to hear what we think our country should be going. Yet, we were defined as what? As peaceful opinion, assembly, rally participants. We were defined as insurrectionists, and we were called, no matter his position was legal or not, as a president, he called half country what? Domestic terrorists and national threat. So, what I see is, when I was a student, to voice my opinion for my government to listen to us and about what the people's life should be, what they should be doing for the people. That's almost like 30 years ago. And then 2 years ago, I was here as a patriot American citizen to voice my opinion where our country should be going, what our leaders should be doing. So, a group of riots over there, a group of insurrectionists and domestic terrorists over here. So what I want to say is, our leaders, legislators, law enforcement staff, our executive branches people, no matter who you are, if you still think the June 4th, 1989 Tiananmen event was still a Tiananmen massacre and did by the Communist Party leaders, how dare you? How can you say we were insurrectionists? How could you say we were domestic terrorists? If you still think so, if you keep your opinions, what's the difference between you and the Chinese communist leaders back then? You are the same. You did exactly the same to the people who just simply wanted their voice be heard. Amen. So this is what I see. When people voice their opinions, by our Constitution, we are allowed and we have this right. Yet, we were either some people shot by illegal actions, or by certain people were jailed without trial, without going through legal process. What is this country becoming under this administration? They are no better than the Communist Party leaders. They are no better than any fascist. Amen. They want to control us. They want to enslave us, no matter who we are. And they see us in colors. They see us in difference. We are not different, no matter what kind of skin color we have, no matter what kind of first languages we speak. But we are patriots. We want to love each other. We want peace of life. We want a better life. We want our kids, our younger generation to have a better future. Amen. This is simply what we wanted to say 2 years ago, 30 years ago in the other country, 2 years ago in here, and today we do the same. We just want our voice to be heard. We love our country. We want us to have a better opportunity. Our country is a constitution republic country. Amen. Yet, when those leaders promote the so-called democracy and use democracy, human rights to beat other countries, but you are doing the same in this land, in this same place. So what's the difference between you and the fascists and the communists? Right. You are no better. You better become shameful when you say so, when you accuse other groups. If not, then you become a shameless, immoral, illegal, unlawful, unconstitutional leaders. Traitors. Actually, you're traitors to we the people. You're traitors to our Constitution. That's right. This is all I want to say. Thank you all, my dear patriot friends.
Thank you so much.
USA!
USA! USA! USA! USA! USA! Right now, the Supreme Court justices are meeting in conference room to decide to whether or not to take up this case. I just spoke with Pete Santilli. He's monitoring it. This right here, what she was just talking about, this is why we're here.
Save America! Save America! Save America! Save America! Save America! Save America!
Make America great again. Make America great again. Abolish all the criminals in the deep state. Drain the swamp, and your oath all matters. Your oath all matters.
I dare you! Go across the street! I dare you!
You're doing great.
You going to the White House today?
You're doing great.
You going to see
No, I was
Biden?
there yesterday.
I am, bitch! I am, bitch! I'm going to watch him put those presidential medals on the heroes. Michael Fanone, Harry Don, Daniel fucking
You are not hero. You are zero.
Fuck
You
off!
are
The
zero.
heroes are getting presidential medals. What are you getting? What are you getting?
This is a
A
George
federal
Soros
offense! A
George
federal
Soros
offense!
We came all the way from New York. We booked a charter bus. 33 of us came.
For today? Or
Yes,
you mean 2 years
today,
ago?
today. Oh, 2 years ago, we have 3 loads of buses come here. You know why? Because Chinese are coming from a communist country. They know how evil this country now going down the wrong way. You know the evilness of communists. That's why we came thousands, 10,000 people that year. But now we came 33 people came here. Yeah.
What was your experience that day?
That
I
day.
was here also.
Yeah, that day, you know that.
Yeah.
Thousands of people came here to peacefully protest. It was peaceful. Actually, we were happy singing and dancing. It's patriotic. We just want them to correct the mistake. It was a stolen election, obviously. How come 6 states stopped counting in the middle of the night, and the next day early in the morning, the number drastically changed? It's common sense. Even teenagers know it's a stolen election.
Are you hoping Trump will be elected again in 24?
I hope so, but you know, anybody who represents justice, who is serving the people, who is not corrupt, from the from the Republican Party is okay. We don't idle him. We just think he's the one who fight for our country. If there's another one who is also fight for our country, not corrupt, serving the people, and we can elect him too. We will see who will win the primary.
We will take the Senate back. We almost took it back, but they stole the election. They put in John Fetterman. They put in crooked people. We're going to take back the Senate, and we will take back the White House.
You say you think the Pennsylvania Senate election is
Oh, I've been involved. I talk to people. I have friends that live there. I pray for the state of Pennsylvania. I pray for the state of Arizona. I pray for the state of California, where communism is coming into action. I lost the country of South Vietnam. That's what I had a flag earlier. The background is yellow, but 3 red stripes. I lost that country, and I don't want to lose this country again.
What would it take for you to trust the results in 2024, coming up?
Let me tell you, There's a lot of people from my community in California that are very depressed, and they went to this so-called pandemic, and they went to this horrible nightmare that we have to go through. They die. People die because they're depressed. Their woke generation, their grandchildren go home and tell them to vote for Joe Biden. They did not understand. Their parent died, their grandparent dies. So I trust in God. They stole the election, but that happened for a reason. That happened so more people can wake up. And I think more people are waking up, and President Trump gonna win the 2024 because enough is enough.